Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm GhostPrime, and of course we're going to look at Studio Series 86 Swoop. Finally, all the Dinobots are here. I'm really glad that they finally completed the Dinobots. It would have been stupid if they didn't, honestly. And they chose to do him again in blue, which is his cartoon accurate appearance. In the cartoon, they kind of went with the Diaclone colors, and even on the box art for the original Generation 1 toy, he had gold in some parts. It was like a transition. I think they didn't finalize the colors until much later, so that's why they went with the Diaclone colors. Honestly, I think the Diaclone colors look super nice on Swoop. I do wish there was chrome, though. Yeah, I really do wish there was chrome. Anyhow, so please like and subscribe and all that. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get to the review. And going back to before I opened it, here is the box. Now, it has a bunch of scuff marks on it, which is annoying. And it's a little bit bent in. It's not too bad. I'm not a box collector, so it doesn't bother me too much. But if I was a collector, this would bother me. This came directly from Hasbro like this. Messed up there, too. Of course, it has a giant open window. You can just pick up the figure. If you like the head in the store, just take it. You know, why not? It's right here. It's annoying, so I wish they would put the plastic on there. But it's got a, you know, alt mode right there. Studio Series 86, Dinobot Swoop down here. Swoop on the side. Swoop on the back. 21 steps. He's got a backdrop, of course. There's a big head on the side. Transformers, the movie. Let's get him out of the box. Out of the package, as you can see. So he does come with instructions, which are very small and short instructions. Short and sweet, because there's not really much to his transformation. He does come with launchers. Now, this launcher is really nicely sculpted on the outside. I like how the black's there, but then you get to underside, and it's like, oh, man, that is... Ooh.
Yeah, it's waffle time, it's waffle time.
Like, that is bad. He comes with a sword, which is reminiscent of his original Generation 1 sword. He comes with Grimlock's sword, which I'm glad we're actually getting a Grimlock sword, which is fantastic, I guess. We paid for it. And he comes with 2 missile tips, which just fit directly into the hole right there. It's a pretty tight fit, too. They don't fire. Most modern Transformers do not, because that is a gimmick that this is no longer available, really. No longer around. But there we go. And you get him with this backdrop. The backdrops are cool, actually. I've always liked the backdrops. I kept them for a long time, but now I just end up tossing them because I don't have room on my shelf for all the backdrops. They don't all kind of, like, if these all, like, went together, it'd be really, really neat. Like, if it continued here and it went. They just don't. They're all different. So it would be really cool to have them so you could actually put them all together, have like a big stand, a big display, which would be nice. Something I need to do to my own shelves. I need to get a good display. Let's get rid of this real quick. Okay, as for the accessories, you can put these on his back, like so, if you'd like, or you can put them on his front. There are 5mm ports here. On his shoulders, he could even hold them. He holds his sword really nicely right there. Again, he has the Grimlock sword, and you could actually put that on the back. There's a 5mm peg on the side, so you could have it like that. Again, there's a 5mm peg right there on the side. And yeah, that's okay. I'll take Grimlock's sword away, because that's, in my opinion, just really not part of it. It just, they added it because they added extra parts, because there's not a lot to this figure. That said, it doesn't look bad for it, actually. It looks pretty good. Moving into the head sculpt. It's a pretty decent head sculpt. I think it looks a lot like the cartoon. I like the silver and the blue eyes. I think that looks very nice. And moving on to that down, you got the red that shows up here. None of this is painted. This is all plastic, by the way. The gold is painted on the head with the Autobot logo there. You got some blue eyes. His waist, all very nicely sculpted. You got gold showing up here, gold paint on the legs, get some black, and you got the red stripe. But they didn't do it down here, and I don't know if that's because maybe this is a nylon piece, but it feels like hard plastic. I think they just kind of cheaped out on that, which is a shame because there's detail in it, so it'd be hard to get a sticker in there to actually stay. I find that kind of annoying. He does have heel spurs, hollow bits back here on the back, But overall, I mean, there's a lot of detail on this guy. I really like him. His wings here are painted silver, and they have hinges. So I think he looks really, really decent. Let's get him over here. I'm going to do a quick comparison. Now, I don't have the Power of the Primes version anymore. He was really small. You can check out my Volcanicus video. It's a very early video, so bear with me on that one. But this definitely is a lot more like the cartoon. Again, taken from that Diaclone coloring, and the cartoon was like that. And yeah, I think he looks pretty good like the cartoon, which is much different than his Generation 1 toy appearance. You can see the color breakup is entirely different. I would like to get a Diaclone Swoop. It'd be really, really cool. Unfortunately, how expensive it is, I probably can't afford it. So I'm going to have to probably get the KO. This is with Grimlock, and we'll just pop this right in there. So he has some pretty good height to him. Weight-wise, he's heavy. I can't, like, without a scale, it's hard to tell, but he's either the same weight as him or a little heavier. So there is at least some chunk to him, which is cool. Let's just do a quick articulation for him. I've removed his weapons so they don't get in the way. I did go over how his wings are articulated back there. His head could look up a little bit. I don't know if you call that down straight. 360. This piece here is sort of rubbery. He could have a waist from here to here because of the beak gets in the way. Arms actually pretty good up to there. Bicep swivel, elbow. He has wrist swivel, little hollow piece there. Legs are on ratchets, soft ratchets, but it's nice. You can go up this way, all the way up this way, out, and this is super tight. Out all the way. Of course, you can see that little hollowness, but this is tight all the way 360 there. Knee could go full run. He has ankle tilts, so he is posable like a modern transformer should be. I do have one issue, and that is this doesn't really stay tight. This one does. This one does not. There is a little piece there where it goes in. It's not very strong. But that brings us to transformation. Let me just straighten out his legs here a little bit. It's real simple. I'll go over it real fast. All right, and here he is in, I guess, pterodactyl, right? Pterodactyl, pterodactyl, what? I forgot which exact dinosaur he is. I guess technically he's not a dinosaur, but bird mode, dino bird mode. You go ahead and move his toes. His toe is articulated. His wings are articulated. As you see, they come off really easily from here. They did make a little bit of a kind of a butterfly in the shoulder, but isn't enough to really get much done there. You could just kind of do that. That's about as far as I could go. These could bend. That piece pops off constantly. This one also could bend, move like that. His neck down like this. His beak opens up. You could set him down like this, and while I grab his piece. Now this piece that pops off on mine is easy to put back on. It's really, really simple. It just goes on. Let's move this out like this. Like that, I think, and can attach it. So it's just simple. It's a little simple friction piece or little snaps. Not that big of a deal. His weapons go out here on these, I believe, or it might go on the inner ones. But like that, whichever you prefer. I like them on the inner ones. That's actually where I like them in the robot mode too. So, a couple cool things. This piece right here is Blast Effect compatible. If I have any around, I could show them, but I don't know where they are. Yeah, I've put away all my blast effect pieces. But you can put a blast effect compatible piece there. You can put one in here and here to make it look like he's firing the rocket, sort of like you did with the can with Magmatron. He has a port right there for a stand, a flight stand. You could actually put him up like this. Otherwise, I think it looks decent this way. Not too bad. This pieces here I feel are too far back. They should sit further up, like the Generation 1. And I'm just not a fan of how you can't, like if you need to move his legs this way, it breaks the back. Because it'd be really cool to be able to set him up. If you could stand him up like that. He had bigger toes. You know, if you could do something like this or even like that. It works. A little top heavy, but it does kind of break it a little bit for me. It breaks the sculpt, I think. So I would like to have seen a little bit more attention to the bird legs. But that's just my opinion. You know, of course, yours may vary. Otherwise, I think it's not too shabby. I mean, it's really not bad. It's not super big. Put them up like this. Show you, get a picture with Grimlock. One problem with mine is this does not want to stay together, and I see you try to push it together, always come apart. I wish there was something else to do with these arms. These arms are annoying. They just kind of stay on the side there. They don't really transform, in my opinion. Arms move, the hands move in. That's it. That is a negative from me for this. But let's go get a comparison. So here's Grimlock for a comparison. As you can tell, he is smaller, but they got the same heft. So I think that's cool. I mean, you know, Grimlock can get a fair amount taller. Put him down like this. But overall, I think they're appropriately sized. I do think they look good together. I really do. And join me for some final thoughts on this guy. So overall, I think they did a good job. He's smaller than the rest because, you know, he's a bird, but it's chunky. He has like a heft to him, which is nice. I do really like that. A couple small flaws, I think, here and there. I do wish that his you know, on bird mode, the leg sat up a little higher. This piece right here, I don't know why it wasn't painted. It looks weird. Or at least they could have let it blink so we could put some, you know, toy hacks on it or something and they would stick. That's an issue. These are small issues, though. They really are small issues. Overall, I think they look really good. I think the biggest issue I have is this piece here not really staying, where this piece here is a lot tighter on this side. Again, small issues. It doesn't really affect anything. The paintwork looks good, the small paint that's on it. Plastic colors do most of the heavy lifting in the color department on this one. Overall, it's a super recommend, especially if you have the rest. Now, I do wish they were all chrome parts because, God, I wish I could find a gold chrome like they can the chrome colors, because I might even customize them if they could do that. Anyway, I appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next review.